Hello everyone, thanks for tuning in. Before we begin this video, please subscribe, like, and share, and turn on notifications. Hello everyone, this is Straight to the Point Tech. I'm back again with a new video. And for today's video, we are going to be talking about the Steam Deck OLED in the year 2025, which we are in now, and whether or not you should purchase it. So without further ado, let's get straight into it. All right, so let's go over the spec sheet for the Steam Deck OLED. So the Steam Deck OLED has a AMD APU, which has 4 cores, 8 threads up to 3.5 gigahertz. The graphics is a RDNA 2 GPU. Memory, 16 gigabytes of RAM. There's a 512 gigabyte SSD variant, and there's a 1 terabyte SSD variant, which of course, is the higher end model. You can also slap in an SD card here at the top if you do decide to. Now, let's talk about the display, right? So the display is a 7.4-inch 800p OLED display with a 90 hertz refresh rate, which also supports HDR. Beautiful. So if you know anything about OLED, you're going to get full, beautiful colors, full saturation. You're going to get everything you need, visually stunning colors. I mean, games like Hades 1, Hades 2 look beautiful. What else? A bunch of games like Terminator. I can't think of the name. I have it. Terminator looks good on here. It's a first-person shooter. Games like Trey Payne, a lot of the older Resident Evils, like Resident Evil, we could say Village, that's modern, but Village looks good. But going back to Resident Evil 5, the Resident Evil 4 remake, Resident Evil 3, you name it. A lot of those older games from the Xbox 360 era that, came out early later on, even as early as the Xbox One era and some PS4 era games look phenomenal on this device. You got to keep in mind that PC architecture is always going to be different over video game console architecture. So graphics are going to pop more because there's more, pushing power available. Now, this is supporting Steam OS, obviously, which is Linux based. The device weighs about 1.41 pounds, which is, 640 grams. And then this also has a 50 watt hour battery. So this is much higher than its predecessor, which is the LCD variant. Now, improvements over the LCD variant, obviously, is this is an OLED, right? And it has a high refresh rate, which is 90. So you get, 30 more hertz, I guess, if you want to get technical. Battery life is longer because of the APU efficiency. And then, this device, of course, is lighter and cooler. So, as far as specs goes, hands down, this is no slouch. And we'll talk about some more in a second on more reasons why I think you should get this device. Here we are in desktop mode. Now, other reasons why I think you should get the Steam Deck OLED is the endless amount of emulation available for this device. Now, putting this up against the Lenovo Legion Go, the ROG Ally X, the MSI Claw 8 AI Plus, I mean, it's foolish, right? It's not going to be able to compete. But this device is in a lane of itself, right? Granted, there is Steam OS or something similar, which is called Bazite, and others for, the Lenovo Legion Go, ROG Ally X, and many other handheld devices. But concrete, plain Jane Steam OS, which is available for this device, is a knockout the park. It's in a lane of its own, right? It's like, taking a Honda Civic, and you just doing everything you can, and you souping it up, and you adding like a new engine to make it go 2 times faster than, the stock engine. I mean, it does its thing. And the reason why I love this device, again, because the endless possibilities of customizations, from emulation to DLSS mods. The Windows variant of the handheld devices, there really isn't any DLSS mods at all to push the true power of this device. All right. So a lot of the newer games support DLSS, which of course is a upscaling technology from NVIDIA, right? And the Steam Deck OLED specifically can take advantage of that power if you know what you're doing and you customize it the correct way. I mean, the Steam OS slash Linux alone is just a powerful operating system if you know how to use it. You know, many hackers and many other like high level or high skilled, you know, PC gamers or software engineers utilize Linux specifically because it's just an open world. It opens up a can of new worms to do many other things customization wise. So that's what makes it just such a special device. So the fact that you can run emulation on here flawlessly and then, you know, install modifications via Decky Loader and run different plugins for specific games like cheats, visual, you know, changes, just already puts this in the category of its own over, you know, Windows devices, of course. Now, speaking of Windows, you can run Windows 11 on this device. It is totally possible to dual boot SteamOS and Windows 11. There's many videos on YouTube to teach you how to do it. I'm not going to do it here, obviously, but there are many videos on YouTube that show you how to do boot and install Windows 11 on here, as well as still keep SteamOS. Of course, you got to split your partition, you know, of your drive and give SteamOS half and then give the Windows 11 portion its own. But in my opinion, I'm not into that. Obviously, I already got a Lenovo Legion Go and ROG Ally X, not flexing or anything. So no point in me doing that. SteamOS suits me just fine. But that's a whole nother reason. And obviously, I mean, you know, this device can do all of the basic functions you need. Like you can go online on the internet and, you know, install different plugins like for TDP control and many other things. I mean, the customization ability is endless for the Steam Deck OLED. So, you know, in that department, you know, you have nothing else to worry about. So that's just a whole nother beast within itself. Device is let's talk about ergonomics. It's very ergonomic. So yeah, I didn't want to skip, but yeah, up top here, this is where the vent is for ventilation. 2.5 millimeter headphone jack, volume rocker down, volume rocker up, power button, USB-C power port, which goes up to 100 watts for charging. I've got a Satisfied case on here for more ergonomics and feel. Feels really good. This is like ballistic material style. And then I've got some Satisfied thumb grips on here to help me. So feels really good in the hand. If you do decide to get this, make sure you smell the top. It smells so good. No, seriously, it does. It's very satisfying. But yeah, I mean, I didn't want to skip that, you know, ergonomics, but the Steam Deck, again, Steam Deck OLED is in the lane of its own. So please just don't pass this device up just because you feel like it's weaker or it's inferior to Windows 11. Again, SteamOS and Linux are their own in their own lane. You can't really compare. You really can't, even if you wanted to, because again, with SteamOS, I can customize and get DLSS to run on a certain game or a specific game, and it won't run on Windows because the plugins and the scripting and, you know, whatever the case may be, it just won't work, right? It just won't work. So that's just a whole nother reason why you can still pick a Steam Deck OLED up today in 2025. Even the LCD version is still viable. I don't recommend it though, only because the OLED version price has come down significantly. So if you can't pick one of these bad boys up, I definitely recommend it. But all right, y'all. Yeah, I mean, you know, I just wanted to make this video real quick for those of you who are on a specific budget. You want to get a Steam Deck OLED. Maybe you're on Facebook Marketplace. Maybe you are on eBay. Maybe you are on Newegg or, you know, whatever large retailer site, and you're looking to get one of these and you're trying to question whether or not you're going to be missing out. And you could really get a ROG Ally X instead, which, by the way, is going to support Steam OS, but an actual full release, which Steam announces, is not out yet, but it is coming soon. But you want to know, should you still get this? Is this device viable in 2025? The answer is yes. Come up off that money, get you one of these. You have endless possibilities to have fun and do your thing. All right, so I appreciate y'all support. We're at 240 subscribers. So again, continue to please support me. Leave a like, subscribe, share, turn on notifications. More videos to come soon. This is Straight to the Point Tech. I am out. Peace.